So my name is Aran Hamilton. I'm the CEO, one of the co-founders of Vantage. We are an AI firm here in Toronto, but I literally just got off the plane because we work all over the world. We're in 127 countries around the world, working with some of the top retailers and brands, helping them to get more out of their data. And, perfect. And so really what I wanted to do was take a few minutes today to talk about how AI is changing that path to purchase and is helping some of the largest retailers and brands to really make a difference. A few slides here that just talk a little bit about the trends that you all know about. Like e-com is fundamentally changing the growth of retail, and we're seeing omnichannel, of course, being one of the key themes. You know, of course, that
Apparently too tall for that.
Really? Is it not? It's booming back at me. So thanks very much. E-commerce, of course, is going to account for most of the growth in retail in the years ahead, and we know that one of the key drivers is going to be shifting away from traditional ways of advertising to this new model of direct response retail. And of course, as we move into those channels, we're talking about Facebook and Google having an overwhelming percentage of the advertising opportunities, and really where, especially in North America, where you're going to want to focus your time and energy. Really what I wanted to talk about are these key themes that are driving people towards AI. And this is about getting to a better understanding of your customer, having a better sense of how to do mass advertising with a high degree of precision, getting right down to the people you specifically want to talk about where they are in the funnel, or in the right part of the funnel, and then being able to focus your energy appropriately to the bottom of the funnel where you're going to get the most return on ad spend. We're working with a number of large brands and retailers, both on the co-op program, so the idea of using the retailers' data to build audiences for the brands to be able to advertise against, and then, of course, being able to help the consumer brands that are going direct to consumer. Increasingly, we're seeing these large branding companies that are moving directly to consumers, and some of our clients are listed up there as they're shifting their energies increasingly to opening up this direct-to-consumer channel. So what they're trying to do here is leveraging AI, of course, is that we're getting bombarded with a vast amount of data. And increasingly, we're finding retailers and brands are saying, great, I've got all this data, but what am I going to do with it? I can't actually handle the number of sources that I have. And so this is really about letting computers do what they're good at and allowing humans to focus on what they're really good at. And it really comes down to the massive amounts of data is really what computers are good at handling, and being able to help grab that incremental revenue and increase the engagement rate of your consumers. So specifically how we're seeing that retailers are doing this and brands are doing this is using AI to gather insights out of the data, not just like taking and sifting through the data to get patterns. I'll make these available if you go to gotvantage.com or just write founders at gotvantage.com. I'll be happy to pass these slides on to you. And oh, by the way, I'm supposed to point out also, we are hiring like mad. We're looking for account managers in Toronto and in New York that are working with, that are interested in working with great brands and retailers. So please get me or Dan over there on the side because we are looking to hire as quickly as we can. But as I said, using AI to look for patterns and insights out of the data, and then out of those patterns and insights, we start to build audiences. So maybe moms that shop the baby category but didn't shop for Huggies, or moms that shop for Huggies diapers but not Huggies wipes, or moms that shop for Huggies diapers a month ago but haven't been back since, and looking for these, or people that look like those people in order to try to prospect new traffic. And so what we find is we build those audiences, and then we don't just run one or two ads against them. We actually, with our direct connections into the channels like Facebook and Google, we can help the retailers as they try to do multivariate testing, so testing thousands of variations of ads and then optimizing that in real time. And what you'll see here is a couple examples of just how the retailers are doing these multivariate ad tests and then optimizing in real time. Some of these ads look exactly the same as each other, but subtle differences in the text that get optimized as we see these retailers try the different variations. And we've seen this concept of digital co-op and this idea of helping the large brands to test all these different prospecting or retargeting audiences in real time and optimizing this to get ridiculous returns on ad spend. So as an example, what you can see is whereas a traditional agency might get a 3x return if they're quite good at doing ads. If they're really, really good, they'll get a 4x return. And if they can get a 5x return on ad spend, they can get a case study written up on Facebook. But we're seeing that retailers and brands that leverage AI can actually get around a 15x return on their ad spend because they're actually able to optimize this in real time using the data in a way that humans just can't do. That was my time.
Questions?
I can't believe that no one has a question about AI in this audience.
Yeah,
Hey,
someone wanted to talk about AI earlier.
Right over here.
Where are we? There we go.
What are your thoughts on retargeting ads in general?
Yeah, so they have to be done really smartly, and what it comes down to is applying some common sense and using technology to apply common sense. So I don't want to see an ad for something that I just bought. Like, why would you show me that ad? That's a waste of your money. So one of the key things is looking for things like, we build decay models, and retailers are building decay models about engagement. So you can understand that the right times to target based on the engagement rate and how that decays over time. And you can model that using the data about how often people purchase and the kind of things that they purchase. And you can look for those kind of associations and affiliations. So you can get really smart with your retargeting. Blind, dumb retargeting can be really annoying and to the consumer and a waste of money by the brand or the retailer. But when you do it smart, like in the example of say Huggies, you're talking about actually creating an easy button. And sometimes people say to me, I don't want to spend my money on those right-hand side ads on Facebook. And I'm telling you, if you want to try to get a really great return on ad spend, you're basically creating an easy button. Like a Staples Easy button on the right-hand side when that mom is on Facebook, so she can just reorder. And of course, you can the smart retailers are running these ads and then directly linking it right back into the cart, right? So that you're making it super easy for that mom to get back the diapers that she wants. There's no mom in the world that'll say, I don't want to see an easy button to get me diapers back. As a father of 3, twins at one time, or we still have twins, but they're not out of diapers. You know what I'm saying. So, yeah, hi. The lady right in the middle there.
Got one up here as well.
Oh, there's a gentleman here with a mic.
Yeah.
Someone get a mic to her. And
Just on the retargeting, how long do you spend product testing and building an audience before you think it's ready to retarget?
yeah, it's a really good question. So every product's different, every audience is different, and so what we find is honestly, this is one of those things that there's no blanket answer, and what we'll do is we'll start looking at the data and start looking at the frequency that people are visiting the pages again, and we'll start using those as triggers. So the work that we're doing, say, with Lowe's or with Fresh Direct in the States or with Walmart, for example, the stuff that we did, we're looking for the patterns about how people are engaging with the product pages. The really interesting thing from the retailer's perspective here is that you can actually use these advertising that are paid for by the brands to create brand new customer base. So, for example, Walmart saw about a third of the returns that they were getting, and the numbers were in the range of $8.50 for every dollar that the brand was spending, for example. A third of that was actually brand new customers that had never shopped online at Walmart before. So we're not talking that they didn't shop at Walmart, but they never shopped online at Walmart before. And let's remember that getting traffic into your site is lifeblood, right? And so we're actually finding that the brands in some ways are often better at getting new traffic into the store because everyone can get, when you start to see the Huggies ads, you're not necessarily thinking, buy now, buy now, buy now, and that can drive you into the store. You can get to explore the store and then, of course, convert down the road. So the retargeting can come in handy there, and if this is the mom's first trip to Walmart.com, then maybe she's not going to convert then, but the retargeting can get it can show her how easy it can be to fulfill. Oh, yes, sorry, you had a question.
Thank you. I have a question about the type of solutions and models that you actually provide. You talked about DK models as an example, retargeting. If you don't mind sharing, what was one of the more sophisticated examples of artificial intelligence tools and models that you've used?
So I'm a co-founder. I'm the CEO, not the CTO. But so this is a really dangerous area, but I'm happy to hook you up with Brandon. Actually, I think he's there right there. Yeah, I didn't mean to have the whole team up there, but like 3 of our leads here. But Brandon was going to be in the room, but he's actually on the road today as well. But you can contact Brandon. He can take you through any of the stuff there. Thanks very much.